Well, hello, Young and the Restless Daily Recap fans. Today's daily recap is for Wednesday, June the 7th, 2023. Wednesday, June the 7th. Well, this is going to be a short recap, y'all, because not too much happened. Ridiculous. This show, I'm kind of thinking a lot of the recaps are going to be very short, right? Okay, now, first and foremost, when Nicholas goes tearing out of Sharon's apartment, her house, saying he's going to go in this with Cameron once and for all. He's going to go take care of it. Nick Newman, I am Nick Newman and I'm going to take care of this, right? He goes over to the GCAC. He's pounding on the door and my whole thing was, how does he know Cameron's room? Well, he said it later when he was talking to Nikki and Victor that he got the room from the room number. The security is surveying Cameron, and they told him the room number he's staying in. Well, you know what? They're surveying him so much. Why didn't they see him snatch that cat? Why didn't they see none of that? Really? They were good enough to give you a room number, but not good enough to trail the man? What is going on with that? So Nick goes in. Well, Cameron opens the door, and you know what he said? Took you long enough to find me. Cameron wanted Nick to find him. And the funny thing is, Cameron was actually goading Nick. Cameron was making sure that he provoked Nick. Because Nick is saying, you'll stay away from Sharon. You're going to stay away from my daughter, Face too. He goes, look, I've done my time. I'm a free man. I can do whatever I want. I haven't broken any laws. You sick son of a gun. You poisoned a cat. And he goes, I don't know what you're talking about, no cat. And he goes, and Sharon wants nothing to do with it. He goes, nope. And he's all in Nick's face. That ain't true. Why? From where I'm standing, Sharon is already starting to warm up to me. And I'm thinking, what planet you living in, man? See, that's telling you how deranged he is. She's liking this. How deranged. He's the kind that will persecute and torment you. For one, it's your fault. And for two, you like it. It's what you want. This is how you want to be treated. This is how you deserve to be. See, no. Men like that are dangerous and pathetic. And they are delusional. You can't brush your teeth too long before they say, wait, why are you brushing your teeth that long? Who else you been kissing? They go from nothing to some crazy facts, right? From nothing to crazy facts. So Nick gets so mad, he pushes Cameron against the wall. And Cameron's like, oh, you want to hit me, huh? You've always been the hothead. Go ahead and hit me, Nick, hit me. And I'm thinking, yeah, because see, here's the deal. Nick, the hothead, he wants Nick out of commission. He wants Nick arrested, right? So that there's nobody to save Sharon, nobody to protect Sharon. And he goes, go ahead. I said, Nick, hit me. He goes, but I just want to warn you. I will then have the right to defend myself. He goes, and things are different now. So go ahead, Newman, hit me. So Nick just punches the wall right by Cameron's head. Cameron looked at him and said, I didn't think so. But that ought to hurt. That ought to hurt, right? And Nick is like, let me tell you what you're gonna do. You're gonna leave town tomorrow. You're gonna be gone. And he goes, I have no plans on leaving town. I'll stay exactly where I want to stay. And I'm not leaving town. Do what I want to do, right? So anyway, Nick finally leaves the room because he's like, but you just better be gone in the morning. And he goes, or else. And he goes, or else what? And Nicholas says, you don't want to find out. And I'm thinking, Nicholas, just because you accidentally killed killed Ashlyn Locke. Oh, you the man now, right? You're the man now. So anyway, Nicholas leaves the room, and we have Victor and Nikki at society, and Nicholas comes there, and he tells them, did you hear about what Cameron Kirsten did to the cat? And they're like, oh my goodness, yes. And Victor's like, look, don't worry about it, my boy. Cameron Kirsten's gonna be taken care of. And I'm like, Victor hasn't taken care of anybody at all. Every situation so far in his old age, that man is slipping, right? Because if Victor was so Victor, the minute the minute this criminal broke into my Newman Towers, overtook power to guard, and took his uniform, you mean Victor doesn't have enough clout to have hired enough men to quietly apprehend Cameron Kirsten? Quietly, and silence him? Really? You mean Victor can't do that? Okay, Victor, you got it done. No, you don't. You had an animal murdered on your property, right? And so Nikki was like, oh, I just can't. That criminal, oh, he's got to go. And Victor said, my darling, or my baby, Cameron Kirsten's going to be handled, my baby. Don't worry about it, my baby. And so Nick is talking, and Nikki says, I got to take this phone call for work. So Victor's talking to Nicholas, and he's talking about protecting Sharon and Faith, and I forget how Victor jumps the shark and changes the subject. Because somehow I think he talked about Diane marrying Jack Abbott or something crazy. I forget, maybe I don't forget what Victor was talking about, but he told Nicholas that your focus needs to be on Sharon and Faith, keeping them safe. This Spectra woman, she cannot be dividing your attention to what's most important. Because he was talking about people being ill-matched. I think he did bring up Diane. And he goes, that Spectra woman, she's an opportunist. She said, and he goes, you're not going to bring up Sally. And he, defends Sally like he normally does. And Victor just says, well, I'm telling you right now, your family is in danger. Family. And you make sure you have your priorities right. Right? Make sure you have your priorities right. And in my mind, I'm thinking, you said everything's taken care of, so my family shouldn't be in danger, Daddy dearest. You should have handled the business, Daddy dearest. So we have, remember I said Victoria told Nate that she had to go to a meeting. It was personal. Well, it was to meet Billy. So Victoria goes to meet Billy. Now, did I show how Nikki was taught? I don't think I showed this picture where Nikki is telling Victor that this whole situation has to be handled. It can't get out of hand because Faith is distraught. She had just left from seeing Faith, and he goes, no, but my baby, I'm handling it. Sure you are, Victor. Sure you are. So, now what was I talking about? Oh, Victoria goes to meet Billy. And she's talking about, the kids are going to summer camp. She says, and then Johnny brought up boarding school, and he was so excited. And he says he wants to go back to boarding school. And then as he's talking, Katie got all excited, and they both want to go to boarding school in the fall. Now, I don't know about you all, but unless he's trying to go to the same boarding school that Lucy's going to. All those kids sitting at that table were talking about how they didn't like boarding school, right? And my whole thing is Johnny is what, 13, maybe 14, and Johnny's probably 14. Little Katie is probably 8 or 9 now, maybe 9. They haven't showed Katie in years. I can't tell you how old that girl is. She could come back Lucy's age and we say, oh, this is Katie, right? And says, you know, we have to let our children go. We can't stand in their way. And I thought, they're not talking about kids going to college. I'm talking about a girl in elementary school and a boy in middle school. They need to experience things on their own. We can't, it's their happiness. And I said, see, that's what's wrong. That's what's wrong. There's no way a 14-year-old, a 9-year-old is going to say, we out of here. See ya. We'll see you in a year. Because I'm going to do everything I want there. I just couldn't believe it. And Billy's like, so then they're yet, because he's thinking about Chelsea still, yet, you know, I'm finding this, so they don't need me either. And she's like, what are you talking about? But anyway, my whole thing is, he goes, well, long as you're not agreeing to this because of your relationship with Nate. And she was like, I can't believe you even saying this to me. No, I'm going to miss them. I don't want them to go. But this is what they want to do. They are minors. We're talking, Katie is a little, there is no way I'm going to let any educational institution, whatever, I'm not going to have those teachers, the principal, whoever else, the little dorm managers. I'm not leaving my impressionable young children up to the mercy of just anybody. And he goes, Katie, she's straight A's anyway. Now she's going to be able to spend a whole lot of time with her equestrian. She loves horses. Kidding me? She lives on a ranch with horses. She's getting straight A's. You mean you're not hiring a personal equestrian trainer to come out every day on the ranch to train your daughter? She could even be trained professionally. You mean to tell me, as rich as you are, you could bring in every single resource that boarding school has to offer? And I forget what she said Johnny was, what his interest was. Still, his interest was still in the realm of what Newman money could bring to them, right there at their property, right there on the ranch. See, your kids want to look, the getaway is right there on the ranch. The training is right there on the ranch, right? My fun hobbies right there on the ranch, brought right to my door. And then I'm still coming home at night. I'm still having dinner with my mother. I'm still actually being raised by my mother. Victoria and Billy, for agreeing, are more than happy to let strangers raise their children. And I don't agree with it. Because bottom line, look, Johnny, in about, how many? 7 years, you'll be going to college. You'll be gone. Okay, that's when you get to go. But no, not at 14. But see, they're so used to being sent away, sent away. Billy was sent, they're sent away. Man, that was just a shocker to me. And that's telling you how utterly, utterly boring the show was for me to have to go on and on about kids wanting to go to boarding school. Mm. Gee, I could go on a tangent on that because there was nothing else happening on the soap. Nothing else going on worth a doggone thing, right? Daniel's about to tell Lily and really make her into it. And then at the end, no, that was in scene. No, at the end, Kyle takes chance right there to Phyllis's room. Oh, we knew he was gonna die. We knew it. Took him right there. And guess what? The room was cleared out. Cleared out as it could be. And he told Chance, you find my wife, you'll find Phyllis. Really turncoat. Mm, okay. Now let's see if Summer decides to go on the run with her mother. That'll give the opening for Audra and Kyle, for Audra to come on in. Because see, they haven't gotten back to the fact on how they let her, made a point for her to find his cell phone and bring it back to him. See, he's gonna now go have a drink to, oh, he's so upset. And then she's gonna be right there. Watch. By next week, we're gonna have an Audra and Kyle run in. That's my prediction, y'all. It's my prediction. But anyway, that's it for the daily recap for The Young and the Restless for Wednesday, June the 7th.